And here he is, the former pretty boy Floyd Mayweather. Now, these days, Floyd Money Mayweather. Lots of money to be made in early May in Vegas against Miguel Cotto. Perhaps more to be made down the line against Manny Pacquiao. We'll get to that eventually. You're 42-0. How much of a threat does Cotto pose to that record?
He's a champion. I'm the champion at welterweight. He's the champion at super welterweight. Strong competitor. He's a guy I know that I can't overlook, and he brings a lot to the table. Coming from a Puerto Rican boxing background, and me coming from, an American boxing family, the Mayweathers, he poses a threat, but it's a good matchup.
It's only your 6th fight in 5 years. You stay in incredible shape. You just turned 35. Eventually,
yes,
people say some rust has to set in, some age has to be a factor.
Well, thus far, we've been able to get over the hump and be successful. I'm dedicated to the sport of boxing, dedicated to my craft. That's why I'm able to, dominate. No alcohol, no smoking, no drinking, and that's why I've been able to be at the top, in the sport of boxing.
So even though famously you like to party, surrounded by people who are notorious partiers, you don't partake. You may stay out late, but you don't partake.
Oh, absolutely not. I got to stay focused because I know that, one shot can end your whole career. And boxing is a very, very deadly sport. It's a sport that's very entertaining, but very, very, deadly.
You mentioned you come from a boxing family. Your uncle, your father, both grew up around the ring at various times. They have each trained you. Those who watched HBO's 24/7 see you and your dad, Floyd Sr., get into it again. And I mean, really get into it. You're MFing each other, and it's some brutal stuff. But you've gone that road before and then made up. Where does it stand now?
I think that it's just jealousy on my father. My father half. I'm everything in the sport of boxing that he wasn't. I think by now he expected me to have took a loss without him. And I've been successful with my Uncle Roger. My Uncle Roger is a brilliant trainer, always has a brilliant game plan. I worked majority of my career with my Uncle Roger, and he's the man that's behind Floyd Mayweather victories.
You told your dad, and the HBO cameras were right there, nobody wants to work with you. De La Hoya got rid of you. You were nothing but a cab driver as a fighter.
Not that. He was nothing. I didn't say that. I said all you have fought was nothing but cab drivers. But also, if you look really at his record, when he did face an opponent that was solid, he lost.
He's your dad, though, right? I mean, you know all the cliches, blood thicker than water and all the rest. Wouldn't you ultimately like it to have a happy resolution?
I'm happy with dealing with my mother. My father has his ways. He's stuck in his ways. He's very, very jealous of my Uncle Roger. He has always been jealous of his brother because his brother has been world champion, and now his son and his brother is working and have an unbreakable bond. My mother is a woman who has been through a lot, and all my dad has ever did was, down talk her. And she's such a great lady. She's a beautiful lady, and without my Uncle Roger and my mother in my corner, I don't know where my career would be at today. And my dad hated so much.
Miguel Cotto upcoming. Obviously, he's an opponent to be respected. He has been a world champion. But we all know the fight everybody wants to see is you and Manny Pacquiao.
Yes.
Pacquiao's 33.
Yes.
You just turned 35. Time's a wasting. You guys need to get in the ring, right?
Well, I fought in my last fight against Victor Ortiz, a guy who's 10 years younger. Pacquiao last fight, Marquez.
Juan Manuel Marquez.
Yes.
Had trouble with him.
I thought he lost. I thought Pacquiao lost. But in business, we understand business, what goes on in the business world. If Pacquiao takes a loss, then the very, very lucrative fight between Pacquiao and Mayweather is not what it is not what it could be.
Or if you take a loss, if Cotto beats you, if Timothy Bradley beats him, then
Yes,
the whole
true.
thing is diminished.
True, absolutely true.
But people expect you both to win, and then they expect
Well,
Norkamp and Bob Arum and everybody else to sit down and get it done, right?
I tried to get it done. I just tried to get it done for May 5th. It would have been Mayweather versus Pacquiao, but I got turned down.
The word is that you tried to cut through all of it and got on the phone directly with Manny,
Yes,
right?
I
And
got on the phone directly with Manny.
what was the conversation like?
You know, I done my homework. You know, and see what his pay, what he was used to making in big fights. So, you know, I said, you know, the offer that I gave him, I offered him $40 million. I told him I would wire him 20 within 72 hours. The manager said he'll get back to me. A guy by the name of Michael Kahns flew to Las Vegas to talk with me because he told me that he was in control. Met with him a couple times, kept trying to make the fight happen. Then they said they was going another route.
But the key, he says, is you offered him 40, but you'd take all the pay-per-view, and he thinks there might be $150 million in pay-per-view. So his side of the story is, hey, either a 50-50 split, or he says he proposed 45-45, and the remaining 10% goes to the winner.
How my deal is structured at this particular time in the sport of boxing, I keep 100% of the revenue. So why would I even give a guy 50-50 if I'm out there? I'm not just, at this particular time, I'm not just the highest paid guy in the sport of boxing. I'm the highest paid athlete. So,
Let me give you the reason why. Here's the reason why. Easy for me to say, but from where I sit and the fan sits, the reason why is history. You're 42-0, yes. But even if you retire with a perfect record, if you don't fight Pacquiao, then, you know, people will say he didn't take on the other best. Whether you're 1 and he's 1A or the other way around, they need to fight each other.
Well, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. You know, I come first. Self-preservation. I come first. You know, I put myself first. And I worry about my family. And if the fight happens, it do. Do I want the fight to happen? Absolutely. But if it don't, so be it. I didn't get in this sport to say, you know what, because when my career is over, I can't come to Bob and say, Bob, you know what, I need you to pay my bills.
I got a feeling you're not going to need a loan.
But the thing is this, with my team and how I have positioned myself, I'm in a very, very lucrative position and a very, very great position in my life. So, you know, without, you know, Al Heyman in my corner and the rest of the pieces to the puzzle that we put together, Floyd Mayweather, like I said, wouldn't be where he's at today.
You know, I get all that. And obviously each camp has its own position, and there's
Yes.
going to be trash talking and whatnot. Freddie Roach, Pacquiao's trainer, says, look, if Mayweather wanted it to happen, it would have happened by now. He says he wants Olympic-style drug testing. At first we balked at that, but now we say we'll do that. We'll give him whatever he wants as long as the split is an equitable split, and then they should fight.
Absolutely not. I'm not giving up the split. I'm not. I can't. I can't afford to. No, I'm not. I gave this sport my whole life. And I've been in this sport dominating for the long. I hold the record. He had to show me. I have record-breaking numbers that I've done. He has no record-breaking numbers.
I get it. Look, when Ali got in the ring with Frazier, with all due respect to Frazier, Ali was the bigger draw. But Ali versus Norton doesn't pay Ali what Ali versus Frazier pays. Ali needed Frazier to a certain extent. You need Pacquiao for the biggest payday in the history of boxing, which would help boxing, which has been diminished in the mainstream has been diminished. This puts it back front and center.
With or without Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather is okay. Floyd Mayweather fights for Floyd Mayweather. At the end of the day, Floyd Mayweather has to be happy because the fans are not, when your career is over and it's all said and done, I have to be happy and I have to be comfortable. Now, we look at the Ali situation, right? if Ali can trade it all in for, once again, the fans and the people was pushing him to get in certain fights that he shouldn't have even been involved with.
At the end.
But guess what? They pushed him because they wanted to see it, because what they wanted. And that's not what Ali wanted, what they wanted. And if Ali can trade it in right now for his health, he would.
Sugar Ray Robinson, regarded by many as pound for pound the greatest of all time, fought 23 world champions and lost 19 times. Of course, a different era, guys fought more often.
I basically see what you're getting to. You know, Larry Holmes lived the way that he lived. He lost to who he has lost to. Sugar Ray Robinson has lost to who he has lost to. But I'm in the game to win, not just in the ring, but outside the ring. And my health is more important than anything.
When you say your health, if the deal could be made financially, are you implying that you have something to fear from Pacquiao?
I don't fear no man. I don't fear no man. I don't fear nothing. And so, I mean, if you are insinuating that I'm a scared fighter, then why would you even want to watch a scared fighter?
Most people who know boxing better than me say that while it's the fight everyone wants to see, and he's the best opponent for you, they'd still give you the edge because you are a terrific defensive fighter. He throws zillions and zillions of punches. There's a thing called CompuBox, which boxing fans are aware of, and you have, in effect, the best plus rating in CompuBox ever. You land the higher percentage of your punches than any champion except Joe Louis and Lennox Lewis, but you are hit by many fewer punches. So your total plus is something like plus 30. And they think that that attribute would help you against Pacquiao, and you would be the favorite in the fight.
Can't no fighter beat Floyd Mayweather. And if the Pacquiao fight presents itself and everything is in order like it should be, I'll be victorious. Like, he had a chance to step up to the plate. I mean, if you have done your homework, May, in the past, Pacquiao said, now go look at this, it's not too far back, where Pacquiao has said that, you know what, I would take less money, but I didn't want to do the drug testing. Now he's saying that I'll do the drug testing, but I want 50-50. So, like I said before, it is what it is. It comes with the territory. Only thing I can do is just a learning experience.
Last thing before break. If you had to guess, does it happen? What percentage of likelihood do you put on it?
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure at this particular time. But I got a tough task in front of me. Like I said, May 5th, I can't overlook Miguel Cotto. And after that, if the Pacquiao fight presents itself, then we'll take it.
In your last fight against Victor Ortiz, you're clearly winning the fight. Although he's scoring some points, he's hanging in there, he lands some shots. He backs you up against the ropes. He headbutts you. It's a blatant headbutt. He goes to apologize, not once but twice. And the second time, he kind of drops his arms, and you clock him. A left and then a right, and he's out. Technically within the rules, some people said, not sportsmanlike. You say?
Things happen. I'm never going to get my just due. I mean, even if something else happened, it still is going to be an excuse.